is Cormac Rabbit, and I've been involved with the Better Transport for Galway. We set a survey to find out what could be short-term improvements to the transport in Galway. What could be done in the short term at low cost. One of the issues that was highlighted to us from that survey was the Kirwan roundabout and the backlog of traffic, and could anything be done with it. Basically, Kirwan roundabout here is the N6 heading out from the city to the Headford Road and Bore na Tréimhse. The problem is basically that there's long delays from the city coming onto the roundabout. So looking at it in a bit closer, we can see the existing situation where you have a right turn on a single lane and a straight through lane and a lane to the left. If you look at this on the street, there's a photograph here just taken here, and you can see there are two triangles here. So there's no really direction of, you know, which lane you should be in on it, but the way it is at the moment is that's the right lane that's allowed to turn right, and the other inside lane is straight ahead or left. If we could have this lane, the inside lane, turning right also, it would allow two cars across at the one time. Also, an extra lane here would be helpful, even though that would cost some money. On it, you would expect, as you come into a junction, if there are two lanes approaching it, you would expect at least 3 and possibly 4 on it. So just doing that alone would increase the capacity of the roundabout. This roundabout here, it works only a fraction of its theoretical capacity, but it works very badly because there are a few situations similar to this. You could also have an extra lane here. So if we look at the roundabout at the other end, Kirwan, this is the Tesco shopping centre, going back into the city here. If we look at the roundabout going in the other direction, you can see that there are 2 right turns and straight ahead. You can also see that there are 3 lanes on it to allow this. Now, this second lane here, turning right, could we do it at the previous one? The answer is yes. This one is far more complicated than the Kirwan roundabout I've just shown you, in that you have 1, 2, 3, and you're off on the 4th. And if you look at the road markings here, you're allowed the 2 here on the to go right, and these 2 here, they can go straight ahead, or one can go to the left as well. So if you compare both roundabouts side by side, what improvement can you make here? The improvement here I suggested a minute ago was to allow a left turn lane here that would head out the Bore na Tréimhse on it. Now if you look at this roundabout here again, I'm just showing you this again to show you the difference, that there are 3 lanes here, there are 2 here, there are 2 that are allowed to turn right, and that this one is far more complicated than that one. So, you know, this one would be, is an easier one to solve for this traffic movement and to give a greater capacity than this one. Also, this has lights, this doesn't. I can't understand, if you have lights the other end, you don't have a similar lights here if necessary. So that's a quick solution for that. It would allow traffic to, more traffic to get through this roundabout. What happens here at the moment is that because you have the existing situation, here, is that traffic from way back, coming out from the city, wanting to turn right, crosses into the outside lane here. So you end up with a lot of empty space here and a lot of extra queuing here. Whereas if you let both cars come through to here, you're going to get more traffic through on each gap. That's how that would fit it in.